Hi there. Welcome to the Milford Rotary Lobster Bake informational video. If you're watching this video, that means you've been chosen to be accountant next year. Oh. Step 1, counting the tickets. So, on the first day when you get the tickets from Paul or Don or whoever, they're going to come in these small boxes. And this is from Paul from 2022. And each one is marked with the type of ticket and the serial numbers. So make sure all of them line up. So, for example, I have, for the one lobsters, I have 0 through 600 here. And so I'm going to go through and count out, I mean, not physically count out each single ticket, because, that's too much work. But just take them and make sure that it goes, in sequence. So it's like 1 through 200, 201 through 200, 201 through 400, and then 401 through 600. Just make sure that all those are there, or else there's going to be some missing in the count. Yeah, and then I guess step 1A is to get a bunch of envelopes. So these are number 6 3/4, and these fit the tickets pretty well. It's pretty smaller than the average like A4, A3 ones, and have the self-adhesive, because going through a lot of these in a very fast amount of time, it's going to be a pain in the butt to go through and get them all wet and sticky, and then having to do it over. And these also allow you to, if you just pull the corners off each side and then flip it over like that, it allows people to easily open it up without having to tear open the entire envelope. Yep. Step 2. So step 2 is handing out the tickets during the first meeting. And this one's very hectic because, basically people want to get their tickets and leave. And, taking their orders and, accounting for all the serial numbers and handing them out and packaging them, that takes a lot of time. So during the meeting, someone's going to have to be taking care of all the chat minutes and that kind of stuff. But basically, it's up to you for the entire meeting just to be doing ticket numbers. And it's very hectic and fast-paced, so you better keep up. All right, so basically, I keep saying basically a lot, sorry. So, for example, you're going to be taking each of your classes out. So like the 1 lobster, 2 lobster, steak, and kids. And just opening them up. Like imagine this is your desk or whatever. Yeah, you can see this. Cool. Okay. So, also before the meeting, if I were you, I would make a document or whatever, and just pass these. I print them out and then cut them up and pass them out. And it says, "My name is blank, and I will take blank 1 lobster tickets, blank 2 lobster tickets, so on and so forth." And that way, so you pass them out during the beginning of the meeting, and people fill them out during the meeting, and then collect them, hopefully before the meeting starts. And with the happy and sad finds and that kind of stuff. So then you get all those, and you're gonna be picking them out and saying, okay, so Gary wants 2 1 lobster, 2 lobster, and 1 steak. So you're gonna pull those out. And then, so then during that, you're going to mark down these serial numbers. This is very important because if anybody loses theirs, or if they get stolen or lost, then they have to be blacklisted, or whatever. So yeah, basically just go through them. And as you can see, I've already screwed this first page up on my first day, because in the spreadsheet that I have, and as you should have too, it should be 1 lobster, 2 lobsters, steak, and then kids. But I was stupid and I put steak first, and then I got all confused and I had to make sure everything was right. So don't do that. Okay. Yep. So, and then also to make it easier for the section of the spreadsheet where it's talking about the numbers sold. So I was doing like this. So on the margin, I said for Tracy O, it's like 3 3 3 1. So it's 3 steak, which is in the wrong place, as I said. So 3 steak, 3 1 lobster, 3 2 lobster, and 1 kids. Because doing the accounting for this is kind of weird because if you're doing serial numbers, it doesn't always line up. I mean, it's very non-intuitive. So if I'm selling, let's say, these 5 tickets, and that you would think, like in your head, okay, it's a 105 through 110. That's 5 tickets, right? Well, no, because you're counting 105 also. It's 105 through 109. And it's a very easy way to get screwed up without even thinking about it, because it's not like normal math, kind of. But yeah, so just be aware of that. And then so after you pass all these out and account for them, you're going to go onto your computer or whatever, and go into your spreadsheet and then put everything in there. And the way I did it was I did a Google Sheets document. So for Google Sheets, anybody in the club can view it, or I guess anybody with the link can. That's kind of weird, I guess. Maybe it's insecure, I don't know. But anyway, don't think about that. Just think about the goal, is tickets. So anyway, you're going to be passing those out, and typically people take between like 5 and 10 at the meetings. People at businesses could take about 25. I have one here from a certain photo store that took about 200, and that one's complicated because you want to make sure that everything's together and sequentially too, and make sure to pass them out sequentially. Although there was a time where at the first meeting I dropped a box of I got the 2 lobster tickets, and just got everywhere, and then so I just piled those up, I just piled those back up in the box, and then I went home, and then I had to go through and spend like half an hour just going through these tickets and putting them all in order, like 200 tickets or whatever. So don't drop the tickets because it's really a pain in the butt. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, go home and put them in your spreadsheet. Yeah, do it. Okay, step 4, I think. I don't know, I lost count. Anyway, so step 4 is making sure that all your members get tickets. And you better pour yourself a stiff drink because, it's not easy. I mean, you can talk to people and be like, oh, can you please buy some tickets? Can you please buy some tickets? I'll do anything you buy a ticket. Anything. No. I mean, the problem is that, people just they'll say they want them and then give them back. So, or they go AWOL and they can talk to you or whatever. So yeah, so if so after getting everyone their tickets out, you're gonna want to get the money from them eventually, and that's even harder. So you better pour yourself a really stiff drink and grow a pair, because it's not easy. So you can be nice and say, hey, can you please give me these tickets? I mean, give me the money for the tickets or whatever. Or you could just no, don't use the knife. Trust me, it only works about half the time. Yeah. So anyway, so just get the money. Yeah, get the money from them, and yeah. Step 5, giving up. No, I was kidding. Step 5, Eventbrite. Yeah, online orders. That's a cool thing. Just gonna. Okay, step 5 for real. So going through the Eventbrite, you have to basically count up the amount that people want and then put it into the spreadsheet. So over here, and I've changed the names, obviously. Joe Mama. So Joe Mama wants Joe Mama wants 3 single lobsters, 2 twin lobsters, and 1 steak. So going from here into the spreadsheet, I've included a physical ticket number and number purchased, which is like before, but it's for Eventbrite, and I've censored the names over here too. So basically, it's putting in their name. So Joe Mama, and the amount they want. So for this example, let's see, they wanted 3 single lobsters. So in the sequence, it's actually pretty easy doing it in batches for Eventbrite, because that way everything's sequential. So for Joe Mama, he wants 3, I think. So that's 162 through what number? That's right, 164. Oh, you thought it was 165, didn't you? Because you thought it was addition, but it's not. Stupid. I'm just kidding. I love you. All right, and then 2 twin lobsters. 4 through 5, and then 1 steak. So 70. And so again, like, count up the number and put it into the accounting column for finding out the revenue and the amount due. Eventbrite is I paid up, and they pay us every couple weeks or so. So anyway, so he wants, was it 3, I think, and 2 and 1. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and step 5B is organizing the Eventbrite tickets. So because like all these are will call, and will call means that they're going to be picking them up during the event. So for the Joe Mama example, I have in the corner I said EB, so that means Eventbrite, and then the amount there, and I put his name over here, but this is like the actual name, so I can't show that. But and then so the way I have this organized is the oldest orders in the front, via Eventbrite. Deal with the stutter. Deal with it. Too bad. I'm not doing another take for this. Too bad. All right, and then the back is the newest. So, by putting it in that way, it's going to help you during the final counting of the orders before the event. And so, I guess this is step 6. Step 6 is going onto the spreadsheet and then arranging them all by alphabetical. So the front being the oldest, and having them all face the one way for the front being the oldest. It's just for you as the accountant. But for the person on will call, it's going to be a pain in the butt to go through all of them and find someone's name when it's all out of order for them. So go on the spreadsheet and then sort of A to Z for the last name or whatever. And yeah, and then count all them up and then reorganize them, because it's going to make them a lot. It's going to make it a lot easier for them to, do the will call, because the problem is that the lines for that can get pretty long, and if people have to wait and be confused by it, and it's hot out, and people just want to get their lobster and beer and stuff, it's got to be easy for them too. So just make sure everything's organized. Yeah. Oh man, it's freaking hot in here. I shouldn't have had the fire on. Anyway, so step 7 is oh, yeah. So step 7 or whatever is when the bake is coming up. There's a thing called the dead date, or whatever it's called, which is if people don't have their tickets back to you by then, or their money back to you by then, or whatever, you've got to track them down, like Predator, one by one, like in the jungle with the thermal goggles on. You got to do that, and basically count up the number of lost or stolen or whatever tickets, and the tickets that I got brought back to you, or the money that you brought in, and you've got to figure out a report for that, and it's typically about, I think it's 10 days out, or 7 days out from the actual bake itself. And yeah, so I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else because I haven't actually gotten past step 3 or whatever, because I'm moving on. I'm moseying out of Milford. So good luck, and I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, you got this, man, or woman, or whatever. You got this. Do good. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. I'll find you.